Hello everyone, welcome back to another Baldur's Gate character guide. For those of you unaware, I'm making character guides for characters in Grimgar. Last week we made a Ronta one, which is debatably not exactly very good for gameplay, but it's good for roleplay more than anything else. This time we're making a Yume, and Yume is actually going to be a useful character and actually have stats that are viable for gameplay. Also keep in mind that if you guys want to watch me play Baldur's Gate on Twitch and YouTube, I do live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. As soon as I'm done with my main playthrough with my friends, I'm going to do a solo playthrough modded where I have up to 6 playable characters on screen at once, and they're all going to be Grimgar characters. I'm also going to be playing tactical mode, so I'm probably getting my ass kicked, but I think it's going to be a blast. But for now, let's talk about what Yume would be if she was in Baldur's Gate. First off, let me point out that we're talking about the most up-to-date versions of the Grimgar characters in the light novel. So if you only know these characters from the anime, this is going to be a very different take on the characters. The characters have changed quite a lot through the light novel and are now a lot stronger, and some of them, like Yume, have kind of multi-classed, sort of. So her build in Baldur's Gate is going to represent that. And this video is going to be a balance between gameplay, also role-playing the character. So keep that in mind if certain things aren't as optimized as they could be, and if someone wants to take this in a different route, I don't blame them. For example, Yume, in terms of stats, would probably have more strength than dexterity, because Haruhiro's mentioned it multiple times throughout the light novel that she's like the second physically strongest character in their party. And she cannot shoot worth a damn with a bow until very late Grimgar. So if you wanted to actually represent how bad she is at shooting by giving her low dexterity and high strength early on, that would work. And with the build that I'm planning, it could also work in the long run, making her a better melee class. Personally, I'm not going that route. But in later parts of Grimgar, Yume actually learns to fight hand-to-hand, well, by a mage who was trained to actually use martial arts before she got sent to Grimgar. And when Yume and Haruhiro's party met her, she decided to train the girls in Haruhiro's party how to fight. And Yume decided to stay with her for a while and learn martial arts over the course of like 4 years. So in Yume's character build for Baldur's Gate, she's going to actually be a ranger multiclass into a monk. As for the subclasses for the ranger, you can actually choose between Beastmaster if you wanted to, or Hunter. Yume did decide to be a Hunter specifically because she wanted to train and have a puppy wolf dog. And in later parts of the light novel, she does actually befriend one that they saved from a dog kennel while the town was burning down. And the dog's name was Poochie. Look how cute Poochie is. Oh my god. For your proficiencies, I definitely recommend getting nature, survival, and animal handling at the highest that you can possibly get it. As for what I am picking as a ranger, for level 1 favored enemy, honestly, pick whatever you want, whatever you think is best for you. There's nothing really here that helps the roleplay aspect of playing as Yume. I personally picked Bounty Hunter because I like what it gave me, so I went with that. Which, for the record, admittedly, is not really very Yume, but it gives you proficiency with investigations. But it does give you ensnaring strike, which Yume does use traps, so you can actually use that as a way to justify picking Bounty Hunter. As for Natural Explorer, you can actually pick Beast Tamer or Urban Tracker because Yume is really good at tracking, even though she's better at tracking in the wild. But it's something. At level 2, you get to choose your fighting style. And as for your fighting style, we're going archery. Remember, we're building Yume later on in the story where she can actually make shots with her arrows. So, yeah, this is actually a pretty good idea for her. And at level 3, you get to choose our subclass. I personally chose Hunter. Previously, I talked about how Yume chose her class specifically because she wanted to actually get a animal companion, like a little wolf dog. But unfortunately, since we're doing a multi-class, I don't want to actually pick Beastmaster for my build specifically because your beast companion will not scale with your overall level. It will only scale with your class level. So we're going to actually pick Hunter instead, which it's better for Yume because that's literally what her class is in Grimgar. And because you're playing Hunter, you get to choose your Hunter's prey. I personally chose Hordebreaker mainly because when they don't have a secondary tank like Ronta and they only have their primary tank, Yume kind of becomes their secondary tank in the light novel for a couple fights. And she jumps around and hits multiple targets with her melee weapons, and this is probably a really good choice for her. Hordebreaker targets 2 creatures standing close to each other and attacks them quickly in succession. Yume is a scrappy ass hunter, and she will attack multiple creatures at once. And at level 4, I either recommend maxing out your dexterity or picking the feat athletics because Yume can jump. Yume is athletic and jumps like crazy. It is perfect for her, and it's the feat that I picked for her at least. At level 5, you're gonna get your second attack action. Then at level 6, you can actually pick another favored enemy, which honestly, you can pick whatever you want. None of these are really Yume-ish now. So pick whatever is best for you in your playthrough, whatever you think is best for the character. You can also pick another Natural Explorer, which I actually picked Urban Tracker this time. As for spells, I highly recommend Hunter's Mark and Speak to Animals as choices that you should take for Yume. Pretty much anything for Yume is based around like animals, so the other options for animals, like making it so animals can't attack you with animal friendship, is also a pretty good option as well. But you also can't go wrong with Goodberry, because Yume is one of the main reasons why the main characters have stayed alive in Grimgar for so long, because she actually feeds them. And now that you're a level 6, we're going to actually start multiclassing into a monk now. Yume in later parts of Grimgar actually learns multiple different forms of martial arts from her master, and she actually slaps with these abilities. Like, she hits so damn hard. But we're going all the way to level 3 of the monk, because everything you get from level 1 to 3 is basically you just level up, and that's pretty much what you get. We're going with open hand monk, which is perfect for Yume. At level 4 monk, I will actually say that you can actually pick the feat sharpshooter, which is really good for your archery if you wanted to. But you can also just go and max out dexterity at that point as well. But from this point onward, every single level you get, you don't really get to select anything, so you really don't need any more instructions. They just give you a bunch of stuff for monks that are just part of the class instead of having to choose between, you know, different spells and stuff like that. So from this point onward, just max out your monk, and you're going to be murdering everything as Yume. All of these different abilities, like Stunning Strike, that the monk gets are actually really good representations of Yume's different fighting styles she learned from her master. Plus, getting to level 6 monk gives you the ability to code your fists in, like, Ki, which is really cool. As far as I'm concerned, I think this is actually a really fun build and actually can do decent damage. As I said earlier, you can respec your character at a certain point and actually go for strength, because apparently you punch a lot harder if you have higher strength in the game. Could work for Yume as well. And in the background, I've actually been customizing a Yume. Just keep in mind that Yume is, in the light novel at least, kind of pink brownish hair with very bright blue eyes. Anime changed her a little bit. I don't know why they did that, but essentially she's supposed to have bright blue eyes. I actually really like the manga design better, mainly because I think her bright blue eyes just make her look cuter. But that's just me though. I did try to find a proper hairstyle for her, but I remembered that there isn't anything in the game that is long enough for her braided hair to actually like be represented in the game. So I ended up picking the side braids instead. Let me know if you guys can come up with a better look for her. Let me know if you want to try this build yourself. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be actually building this character when I do a full playthrough as the Grimgar characters later on, when hopefully they bring out a custom character party mod thing for Baldur's Gate, because I really want to make a whole custom party. And I think eventually the developers might just add that themselves. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below, and come check me out on stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch and my secondary YouTube account. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching this far. Have a great day or night. Bye.